we're live, as always. Plenty of time to spare as well. Teletubbies. Okay. Don't know what that sound was. That was just the first thing that came to my mind was Alright. Waiting for the Agent of Chaos to get here. Yep. Agent. Oh. Discord. Oh. Oh, this is. I see some Christ parallels in this image. I don't mean that in a bad way. Not what I was expecting. Yeah, I see Kihara is a Christ figure, based on what I'm looking at. Christ parallels is one way to put it. I mean, can you blame? I mean, can you blame me based on what I'm looking at, or inspired by Marvels? That too. I just saw Christ because person on the ground going like this, angelic figure in the. I don't know. I'm God pilled. Oh, and here comes Sylve. I did it! We're safe! Oh my god. Like though? Yes, I do like it. I think it looks really nice. Did a really good job. I like the art. What's wrong? Already we're off to an amazing start. Anyway, well, now that we have our regulars, say it. Okay, I am not even going to try to... Oh. Okay, that would have been really... I almost accidentally pressed... Okay. I'm not even going to try to sound like either Dr. Phil or Shaq. I'm just not, but... Oh my god, I did it! We're saved! Oh my god! What? What's wrong? Wrong foot. Motherfuck. That's a great note to start on. Anyway, I mean, that is what this episode is named after. Anyway, welcome to Wonder After Dark. So, before we get into tonight's topic, there are two things I do want to say, kind of unrelated. The first I'm just going to go ahead and say, and the second I'm going to save for later. First thing I want to say, I am totally not saying this about anyone or anything in particular, but all I will say is, how hard is it to be a decent person? Miss Norris, do you notice strange things happening? Yes or no? Anyway, but yeah, how hard is it to just not put up a... No? You got it wrong. Oh, my apologies. I swear I've seen this movie. Anyway, tonight on the show, tonight on the shit, if you will, Brick Shit Box. Oh yeah, I've been on kind of a Lazy Town kick lately because I get nostalgic for the most random things at the most random. I'm going to be in the background for these scary movie streams. I'll address what you just said momentarily. When Cindy is confronting the old lady, she mistakes her muffled yes for no. It's been a while since I've watched the movie, so honest mistake. I haven't actually watched it in a while. But anyway, 1 second here. Just grabbing this off the shelf. Just so we have it on standby. And technically, road just fell. Wrong X-Man. Or X-Men. You know, the women always save the men's lives around here. Might as well think about changing the name to X-Women. Also, Charlie Sheen was uncredited for his appearance. Again, it's been a while since I've seen the movie. But anyway, we're going to talk Scary Movie 4. I don't know. Okay. Scary movies, I almost said Dark Phoenix is not allowed to be referenced on this show. My apologies. Show's over, cheapskate. Anyway. And not with that name attached. Anyway. Dark Phoenix is the best movie ever. I'd watch it over Batman Begins. Not, it's better than all three Deadpool. Go fuck yourself. Anyway, let's get back on track before we go so far off track that we... Anyway, Scary Movie... Oh yeah, I know you're joking, but anyway, you better be... Anyway, Scary Movie 4 is a 2006 American parody film directed by David Zucker, written by Jim Abrahams, Craig Mazin. The New Mutants was the best. Except I actually like New Mutants. I don't think it's a bad movie. I mean, it's not a great movie, but it's not terrible either. Anyway, 2006 American parody film, directed by David Zucker, written by Jim Abrahams, Craig Mazin, and Pat... Yep, the lesbian movie. And Pat Proft, which, by the way, don't let lesbians dictate the quality of something, please and thank you. Anyway, it is the sequel to Scary Movie 3 and the respect. Good. Anyway. Basty. Anyway. Whoops. Scary Movie 4 was the first in the series to not be released on VHS, and I've also never seen a copy of the rated version ever. Yeah, that's interesting, but I'll get to that when we get to the release history. Anyway, it is the sequel to Scary Movie 3 and the fourth installment overall, as well as the first film in the franchise to be released by the Weinstein Company. I know the rated version exists, but I've never seen it in stores, not even used. Same. Anyway, it is also the first in the series to be released by the Weinstein Company following the purchase of Dimension Films from Miramax Films, who did still co-produce and distribute internationally. The P Company, yep. The Wiener Company. Anyway. The film stars Anna Faris, Regina Hall, Craig Bierko, Bill Pullman, Anthony Anderson, Carmen Electra, Chris Elliott, Kevin Hart, Horace Leachman, Michael Madsen, Phil McGraw, Leslie Nielsen, Shaquille O'Neal, Molly Shannon, and Charlie Sheen, albeit uncredited. P. Diddy, yep. P. Diddy. Anyway, the film was produced by Dimension Films, Miramax Films, and Brad Grey Pictures. It was released internationally, or I said diddly. My mistake. It was released in North America by the Weinstein Company, disgusting, and was released internationally by Buena Vista International under the Miramax International. Wake up in the morning like fuck P. Diddy, yep. Anyway, and it was released internationally by Buena Vista International under the Miramax International banner. Got my glasses, I'm out the door, I'm gonna hit the city. Anyway, the film had a budget of $40 million and made $178.3 million. Before I leave, I don't know this song. I'm not saying that, like, I don't care, I just don't know this song. I'm assuming it's a song. I know I'm just getting so distracted, but... Okay. I know I just got so horribly distracted there, but... Yeah, seriously, I don't know this. I don't know what song this is, but anyway. The film marks the final franchise appearances of the main stars and... Okay, the film marks the final franchise appearances of the main stars Anna Faris and Regina Hall, who portray Cindy and Brenda respectively, and concludes the original story arc. Because believe it or not, these movies have a... Oh wait, never mind, I do seem to know that song. I think. Anyway. Okay, but... Because believe it or not, there is a story arc. But anyway. This film, it was... TikTok by Kesha. Yeah. I don't listen to Kesha. Childhood. I mean, I'm sure I've probably heard the song at some point, but I don't know, like, all the lyrics, too. Anyway. Scary Movie 4. Bend over. Anyway. It was in Roderick Rules. Well, then, I'm stupid. I've seen Roderick Rules. Wonder After Dark, the only show where I make myself look dumber and dumber and dumber and dumber every night. Anyway, back on track. Scary Movie 4 was initially intended to be the final film in the franchise. I once watched Roderick Rules on repeat. Normally, I would say, what is wrong with you? But in that instance, that is based. Baby, baby, baby. That's Dog Days, not Roderick Rules. That's the next movie. I mean, it is Roderick singing it, but that happens in Dog Days. Anyway, Scary Movie 4 was initially intended to be the final film in the franchise. I mean, yeah, it is still a Roderick scene, so not entirely wrong. However, it was eventually followed up with Scary Movie 5. Ew. The film grossed Roderick singing Baby, Justin Bieber singing No Comment. Anything is better than Justin Bieber. Anyway. The film grossed $178 million worldwide. I'll take both. Yeah. Fair. Anyway. JB is the shout. Yeah. The film grossed $178 million worldwide on a $40 million budget. Even though he's a douche. I don't know shit about Justin Bieber. Becoming the third highest grossing film in the series. Wow. Anyway. Alright. Critical response. Rotten Tomatoes. Oh, wait. I hate how Bieber says, I used to be a little punk, he still fucking is, prick. Yeah, sounds like a prick. Anyway. Rotten Tomatoes reports that 34% of 126 critics gave the film a positive review with an average rating of 4.60 out of 10. The site's critics' consensus states, that's too many S's, sure to inspire a few chuckles, but not enough to compensate for the recycled material from its predecessors. Is he still around? Does he still make music? I do not know. Anyway, on Metacritic, the film has an average of 40 out of 100. Still makes music, sadly. That's unfortunate. Based on 23 critics, indicating mixed or average reviews. Stephen Hunter of the Washington Post stated, "While Scary Movie 4 never takes you close to death by laughter, it's funny enough to turn the hands on your watch more quickly than you can believe." Nathan Lee, a wise brony, once said, "Talk about the plot." I will do that momentarily. Nathan Lee of the New York Times described the film as being organized on the principle of parody but not the plot. It's an exercise in lowbrow postmodernism, a movie contraption more nuts than Charlie Kaufman's gnarliest fever dream. It's cleverly stupid. Hasn't self-delete. Jesus. Okay, but what about physical media? Because we always talk that on the show. Selena Gomez is messed up because of Bast. Thanks for the lore. Okay, he did. Yeah, thanks for the lore. I actually don't know what happened to Selena Gomez, so for all we know, that could be justified, but again, I don't know much of anything. He's the Kevin Federline to Selena. Oh, never mind. I get it now. I get it now. Anyway, I was like, what? I was reading that as Kevin Feline. I may or may not have undiagnosed dyslexia. Anyway, what about home video? Then again, in this case, both are fake. Yeah. Okay, home video has cat on the... What don't I have on the mind? Cat, cock, pussy, bitch. The bloody thumb that's courtesy of Copper. Yes, I did say your name. Anyway, Copper just looked up at me like, you cunt. Anyway. The film was released on DVD on August 15th, 2006. Talk about how Copper had some yummy thumb. Oh, yeah, I just told him politely to move. I don't know how well that's coming off on camera, but yeah, bloody thumb from Return of the Cat. It's The Cat Returns, but you're close enough. Anyway, that's a movie I'll have to review on this show sometime. Anyway, the film was released on DVD on August 15th, 2006. In both theatrical, 83 minutes, and unrated, talk about the plot. I will in a minute. Yeah, you got that yummy. I feel like I'm having a stroke. Anyway, it was released on DVD as both the theatrical and unrated cuts, which I only ever see the unrated cut available. I know that the rated version does exist on DVD. Fuck, yeah. I would gladly. Anyway. That's a declaration. Anyway. I feel ashamed that he's the same nationality as I. If I was a girl, I would in 2011. Yeah. Anyway. Which, can I just say before I continue? I know Excuse me, I'm EP. Okay. I know. Oh, please, you have it better than us. Anyway. Now, what I was trying to say. Alright, now what I was trying to say. I do know that the rated version was released on DVD, but I don't see it turn up. A wise man once said, incorrect, JB is nowhere near as horrible as Trump. That is true. I think a lot of people are better than Trump, honestly. That might sound completely nuts, but I am not wrong. I think a lot of people are better than Trump. Our country is ran by a spineless... Our country is ran by a spineless cuck who lets everyone else have a seat. Don't say we have it better, we're just as bad. We can be bad together. Anyway, I do know that the rated version of Scary Movie 4 was released, but y'all do have True. They have Deadpool and Wolverine. Anyway. Alright. We also have Mega Babies. Shut. Anyway. Scary Movie 4 was then released on Blu-ray in 2011. Alright. Scary Movie 4 was then released on Blu-ray in 2011 by Genius... Maybe we equal. Yep. Anyway. Was then released on Blu-ray in 2011 by Vivendi Entertainment. And then it was reissued again in 2022 by Lionsgate. I have 2 copies to look at because I just gotta... yeah, that's illegal. Isn't Vivendi a video game company? Different Vivendi. The Vivendi Entertainment that I'm talking about is a different company than the one you're thinking of. Different company. I am loving this. This is the chaos that I love on this show. Should have signed. This is the kind of chaos that I love to see on this show. Anyway, I have 2 copies to look at because what the fuck is wrong with me? Alright, first, the unrated DVD, widescreen edition. Oh yeah, this was released as both a widescreen and a full screen DVD. Now I'm going to take all your stuff and delete all contacts besides mine. I have the unrated one. Me too! Anyway, I have never seen the rated copy of this show up anywhere. I have a boyfriend already. Cute. Anyway, I have never seen the rated copy of this show up anywhere, but I do know that it exists. Anyway, widescreen... Can I say something? Go right ahead, audience. I mean, you did interrupt, but I will gladly let you say whatever it is. On Wonder After Dark, we like to give everybody equal opportunity. There's no reason for full screen to exist. Well, I'm not saying there is absolutely no reason. Yeah. Okay. No reason for full screen to exist. I mean... Okay. It's not necessary, but I think full screen made sense back when our TVs were square. Back when we had 4x3 displays. But by 2006, we had already moved on to 16:9. And people were just starting to upgrade their TVs by this point. But anyway, widescreen edition, nice cover art. Unrated and uncensored, over 2 hours of hilarious bloopers, outtakes, deleted scenes, and more. I am not even acknowledging the current conversation on my screen. I'm just not acknowledging this current conversation because I don't want to get put on a list by association. I love name withheld too much. I guess I'll have to... Yeah, I feel like I'm having a stroke right now. Anyway. Dimension Home Entertainment, Miramax Films, hard to see, I know. Scary Movie 4, unrated. DVD logo. Stock and or product number. Genius Products LLC. Anyway, the back. You have now been helped. Anyway, the back. Bonus features include 15. Why haven't they made a movie about a gay dude who makes a gay... Go to horny jail. Anyway. Watch the... Anyway. Jesus. Anyway. Bonus features include 15 deleted scenes, 15 deleted and extended scenes with commentary, bloopers, the man behind the laugh, David Zucker, came out of the closet. Yep. Zany spoof humor, Zucker style, interviewer's worst nightmare, the visual effects of Scary Movie 4, the Youngbloods, actors and rappers and actors, and feature commentary with the filmmakers. I've watched gay. Oh, of course you have. The disc. Nice artwork. And guess where this copy come from? That's right, Blockbuster. Ooh. Although this is not a Blockbuster exclusive. This is just the standard release in a Blockbuster case. Keep telling yourself that. Anyway, and of course, me being stupid, I have another copy and act gay. It's meant to stimulate no matter... Are we really? Oh my god. I love how the host of this show... I'm taking the note, but I'm also out here like, this is the conversation we're having. Anyway, oh my god. Gay. Anyway. Alright, and I do have another copy to look at. The Blu-ray. It's because they don't want it to be confused with XXX. Gay. Anyway, I have another copy to look at because, of course, what was I supposed to do? Not have two copies of the movie on two different formats? I'm stupid, okay? Yet they lay... This is quite the episode. Anyway, pretty much the same artwork as James, as a psychopath. It's late. Anyway, pretty much the same art as the DVD, except it does not say widescreen edition. Is a sociopath. I'm all the paths. I'm even the pacifist route. Anyway. Now, this was originally released on Blu-ray by Vivendi Entertainment, but this is a reissue from Lionsgate. In 2022, Lionsgate reissued a bunch of Blu-ray, Sony simp, cunt. Yeah, in 2022, oh my god, I say with a PS5. Anyway. Yeah, in 2022, Lionsgate reprinted and reissued a bunch of Weinstein Company films. This was one of them. So this is a Lionsgate reissue. I say with a PS5 and a Switch. I say with a PS3 and a Switch. The back. Alright, the back. Bonus feature. I have Xbox One. Alright. I have Vita. I have STDs. Okay, the back. Bonus features on the Blu-ray include The Scary Truth, a conversation with the filmmakers, the man behind the laugh, David Zucker, zany spoof humor, Zucker style, the visual effects of Scary Movie 4, the Young Bloods, rappers and actors. I play with just Jesus. The cast, improvisation of Craig Bierko, bloopers, and deleted and extended scenes with commentary. So it looks like some of the same stuff. Actually, it looks like the only thing that's back when the console names made sense, yeah. Actually, it looks like the only thing that's exclusive to the Blu-ray is conversation with the filmmakers. But yeah. And then inside, oh wait, Xbox, Xbox 360, Xbox One. Yeah, the Xbox names are fucked. The names never made sense, yeah. And then inside, there's the Blu-ray disc. Although this is the Lionsgate reissue, I want to be in the boardroom of Microsoft, same. I'm shocked Elon Musk hasn't bought Shut Up. Anyway, although this is a Lionsgate reissue, the disc does still have the Dimension, Miramax, and Vivendi logos. And that's because this is just one of those reissues where they just take the original disc and slap it in a new case. Okay, but you're probably wondering, what about the plot? I'm just going to read the plot verbatim off the back of the Blu-ray case, because I'm just that lazy. This time, the lovable, dim-witted Yep. This guy has an X fetish. A triple X. Anyway. The plot. The lovable, dim-witted Cindy and her overheated pal Brenda return to help clueless hero Tom save the world from a ruthless alien invasion. So yeah, it's an alien invasion movie. Read, okay? I mean, he named his son X and originally launched PayPal as X and owned SpaceX and renamed Twitter X. Yeah, I think we need to check on Elon. But yeah. Be honest, do y'all call Twitter X? No, I do not. I always call it Twitter. I don't even say X, formerly Twitter. It's just Twitter. But anyway. But Scary Movie 4. You want my review of it? Okay. Do I think it's a good movie? I'll let you guess the answer. Oh. Anytime I hear someone call it X, it confuses me. I did once when I reported something citing the name X to be professional, then I remember. Yep. Anyway. Alright, if y'all want my review of Scary Movie 4, here you go. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Do I think it's... Talk about the plot. I just did. I just talked. I zoned out. Okay. So what's the plot? The lovable dim-witted Cindy and her overheated pal Brenda return to help clueless hero Tom save the world from a ruthless alien invasion. Talk about Oprah. Bring twits back. Oh my god. Anyway. Okay, yeah, Oprah shows up and basically gets assaulted in typical Scary Movie fashion. I don't even have a joke for that, honestly. I think that just is the joke. Random. Rovio is owned by Sega. I remember that. And I forget that. Anyway, but Scary Movie, it was a parody of Tom Cruise on Oprah where he went nuts on there too. Isn't that just Tom Cruise every waking day just about? I still can't get over that, neither can I. Anyway, but Scary Movie 4. If you want my review of the movie, it's pretty good. Just pretty good. Do I think it's great by any means? No. Do I think it's as bad as Scary Movie 2 or Scary Movie 5? They own the freaking Angry Birds. No, it's not bad. It's somewhere... I'm too lazy to go grab... I hate Tom Cruise as a person in the same way as John Travolta. What did John Travolta do? No, seriously, what did John Travolta... I'm not trying to sound defensive, but just what actually did... Oh, never mind. Anyway, but... Where I was going with Scientology, yeah, now I know. Anyway, but... Tom Cruise is the same, now that I didn't know. This just in, Tom Cruise is dead. Anyway, but... Where I was going with this, but... Scary Movie 4. I'm too lazy to go grab my other copies of the other movies, but... It lands somewhere squarely in the middle. It's not as good as the first... I will go on record, if you're a Scientologist, get help, go ahead and cancel me. You must hate Bart Simpson, then. Anyway. Bart is fake. Wow. But Bart Simpson's voice actress is a Scientologist. Bart is fake, there's a... Well, I mean, yeah, that is true. Anyway, but where I was going with this... But Scary Movie 4 lands somewhere squarely in the middle. It's not as good as Scary Movie 1 or 3, but it's not as bad as 2 or 5. Again, it's somewhere squarely in the middle. Scary Movie 4 is the third best. Well, yeah, it is. But still, I would say it's in the middle. Like, it is the third best overall, but it's also not the best, I would say. I don't know. I don't know. I forgot to mention something. Go right ahead. Edward Moss is in Scary Movie 3, 4, and Dates movie. That's actually pretty interesting. I've seen these movies, but I don't recall if I knew that already or not. He was a Michael Jackson impersonator. Anyway, but if you want my review of the movie, it's pretty good. It's the third best, but I still wouldn't call it great. Talk about the Michael Jackson. Oh, yeah. Okay. Those scenes, I think, speak for themselves, but honestly, if you were to show anybody a scene from any of these movies without context, all of the Michael Jackson scenes. Just don't even set up, like, what movie or show this is from. Don't say, like, anything at all. 2 of them end with him losing his nose. Yep, that too. And one of them is a race joke. Because don't you know how Michael Jackson went from a pretty black boy to Miranda Cosgrove? Which, saying that out loud, that is both a compliment to Michael Jackson, but an insult to Miranda Cosgrove. I have a chimp, and a Ferris wheel, and a big soft bed we can all get in. Oh my god. Oh yeah, can we just talk about the fact that Michael Jackson had a pet chimp? Because apparently he thought that was a good idea. Which, if you know chimpanzees, those are not good pets at all. Seriously, you should never have a pet chimp. Never. It will not end well. Never, ever, ever. Talk about how in Date Movie he's getting beat up by an unimpressed... Yeah, that just kind of happens in Date Movie. Michael Jackson's just getting beat up by an unimpressed mom. For some reason. Just for some reason. Just kind of happens. Date Movie was the least bad of the SNF parody. It was. Still not a great movie, but not totally insufferable either. But it's still a bad movie. Sausage is... Don't shut up. Shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up. Hey, by the way, even your quality went to ass. I apologize. Although there's no way to control that on my end. I should know, I'm the one wearing Garfield jammies. Garfy-warfy pants, if you will. Garfus. Or sea jammies when Nickelodeon finally remembers they own those characters. Also, there's your reminder that Nickelodeon owns the Jim Davis characters. Last month you were Garfist and told me, yeah, I know, I'm stupid, okay? Can I just... Listen, I was kind of going through it, a rough patch. I was stupid, okay? I was stupid. Oh yeah, I just went for... I know you were. Misawi Zooey Mama. Oh yeah, I went 43 minutes without ever mentioning. It's the return of the Nips. Why are the Nips back? Because it's hot and sweaty in this bitch-ass room. And the next week of weather is going to be hot and sweaty. So that's fun. Sonic 3 tomorrow. Uncle Ben, what happened? Return of the Nips. Sonic 3 tomorrow. I was getting there. But yeah, I really don't have much of anything else to say about Scary Movie 4. It's pretty good. Not the best of the series, but pretty good. Talk about the Saw scene. Oh, yeah. Jigsaw is kind of in Scary Movie 4. Kind of. Off and on. But really the... Zoltar, look. She's actually going to do it. I will say, though, probably the funny... Not just the funniest of the Saw scenes, but just the funniest scene in the whole movie Shaquille and Dr. Phil at the beginning. No competition. Just that whole scene. I'm sorry for killing millions of people, whatever. But just that whole scene at the beginning. Shouldn't be funny at all, but it is. And of all the people that should be locked in a bathroom together, it's honestly completely realistic that Dr. Phil and Shaquille O'Neal would be the least likely to survive. Also, fun fact, go right ahead. The creators of Saw were so impressed by the set that they actually used it themselves later on. I actually did not know that. Hey, look, something I didn't know. You should find that a little impressive. Something on this show that I did not already know. Just something I didn't know. Also, James Earl Jones. Yep. That I did know. Okay. Talk about the Brokeback Mountain parody. Oh yeah, that. There are two things in life that are both... I was just going to grab some nuts. There are two things in life that are both insanely questionable and insanely hot. Two black guys fucking in a tent, and two Canadians fucking in a car. Which, let me tell you, that was probably the best way to slip a sex scene into Deadpool and Wolverine. No doubt. I will say, though, the Brokeback Mountain scene, there's also a line that aged like milk. No, R. Kelly, don't pee on me. Yeah, that really aged like milk. Also, can I just take a minute to say, on the topic of the Brokeback Mountain parody, and just the topic of the movie, I think the most horrifying... Oh, it's less funny because he's in jail for being a... Yeah, understand. I will say, though, on the topic of the Brokeback Mountain parody, and on the topic of Scary Movie 4, I think the one scene, both in the entire movie and in the entire franchise, that comes close to being actually horrifying is the fact he whips out that, like, hamster or guinea pig or whatever that is moments before they start fucking. What was that for? What did you do to the thing? Yeah, what did you... Don't tell me you stuck your ding-dong inside them. Yeah, that kills me, but it's also like, why? Like, what purpose? Why did you... Not just what purpose in the context of the scene, but what purpose just... Like, did that need to be in the movie? It's hilarious, but did it... MFer became Lemmy Winks from South Park. Oh my god. Doesn't help that you have Kevin Hart fucking shirtless. Don't you remember? Yeah, I remember that. Oh my god. And the thing is, it goes by so fast that you have, like... The thing that... What makes this part really stick out to me is the fact, like, it goes by so fast that by the time you finally register what it is the fuck that you're looking at, it's already gone. Catfish at the stomach's cove. Yeah. I would read that on camera, but I'm getting EP. Okay, anyway. Talk about the United Nations scene. Ah, yes, the best scene in the movie. And the duck story. Yeah. Just like Scary Movie 3, Leslie Nielsen just steals the show. And honestly, leave it to Leslie Nielsen to make something as simple and juvenile as Rumple Foreskin funny, just based on his delivery. But then again, leave it to Leslie Nielsen to make Indecent Exposure funny. I would recreate the Indecent Exposure, but this is YouTube, not Xvideos. Complete wrong platform for that. That, and I don't want to get put on a list. The duck. Yep, the duck. My apologies if I seem kind of bone dry on thoughts right now. I'm just EP. That was a parody of Bush during 9/11. Yep, I knew that. I knew that. Let's make a spin-off series on the Hub. No. Like, no. In fact, let me flip that. Y'all remember the Hub, the TV channel where My Little Pony Friendship is Magic aired? There we go. Fixed it. It aired on Treehouse here. I forgot Canada. I forgot. I forgot. Weed is legal here. Wow. Is it legal in your state? Marijuana is illegal but decriminalized. That means that in these two states, a person will face penalties but not prosecution for certain amounts of weed. So yes and no. Yes and no. Yes and no. I don't know. Okay, anyway. Alright, but Scary Movie 4. It's a movie. It's pretty good. And that's pretty much all I have to say about it. Medical is legal. Alright, before we move on to the next topic, there is something excuse me. Before we move on to the next topic, I just want to kind of add this in. So, show the vid I sent you. In a minute. Earlier. In a minute. Anyway. Okay, so before I move on to the next topic. Not because I'm going to go soon. Okay. I don't know how long the video is, but go back to it. If it's 10 minutes long, I'll have to politely... Oh wait, this one. The Yoshi... I'm assuming you mean the Yoshi video. I'm assuming that's the one you mean. I can't think of any other videos I would have... Okay, so yeah, that one. Yeah, here's a magic trick. Make the Yo-shirt stand on one leg. Who needs both your legs? You just use the one leg. And then that's where the video loops. Okay, anyway. Before I move on to the next topic, I just want to kind of quickly add this in. Will I cover Scary Movie 5 on the show? Okay, bye. Okay, I guess you're leaving. Before you go, Sylv, before you go, will I be covering Scary Movie 5 on the show? Let me finish. Will I be covering Scary Movie 5 on the show? Someday, but I don't think I will do it tomorrow, specifically. Mainly because I've already done the previous few pretty much back-to-back, and while it would finish off the series, I would like some wiggle room. Hope you're fine with that. Just felt like throwing that in. So I'm not denying it. I just probably won't. I mean, yeah, Scary Movie 5 is terrible, so really we could just not cover it at all. Anyway, you said you have to go soon, correct? I haven't seen all of it. I've unfortunately seen all of it. I cannot, not to totally go off track, I will go in a bit. Okay, not to totally go off topic, my loyal audience. While I cannot show what is on my screen for privacy reasons, I just want to say that this right here is what I watched until the climax and then gave up. I came close to giving up. Okay, I cannot show what is on my screen due to privacy reasons, but I just want to say that this right here is what a healthy relationship looks like. Again, I can't show it because privacy, but this is what a healthy relationship looks like. Okay, now I'm done. Do the outro. Okay, well, even though I am not ending the episode yet, keyword yet, I will go ahead and do the outro for you. Come back tomorrow night when I do something, I don't know what, but something. But until then, if you want to catch up, the replay is tomorrow. In the meantime, that's all the time you have for tonight. But always remember, eat your cereal, go to bed, to be continued. God made you special, and He loves you very much. Good night, and have a day. And you can go now. So yeah, the replay is tomorrow. If you want to catch up, have a day. Anyway, all right. I guess for the remainder of this episode, the short remainder, but I guess for the remainder of this episode, it's going to be me and you. Yep. All right. I guess for the remainder of this episode, it's going to be me and you, Spider. I mean, there's not too much time left, but you know. I mean, I was snack. Yeah, I guess we'll talk Sonic now. Or rather, okay, brief moment, the funny image. Okay, now we'll get to Sonic. Okay. But, okay, well, we're not talking Sonic directly. Rather, I want to talk something that has come up. After months and months and months of waiting and joking and memeing and downright bullying, we finally are getting the trailer for the third Sonic the Hedgehog movie from Paramount Pictures. It'll be dropping tomorrow morning at, let me get the times here. Okay, it'll be dropping at 6 a.m. Pacific Time, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, and 2 p.m. BST, whatever that is. But yeah, the trailer for the long-awaited Sonic 3, the long-awaited trailer, will finally be releasing tomorrow. Yeah. Now, we are on the eve of the trailer. This is coming off the heels of tomorrow morning. So when you wake up tomorrow, trailer should be there, ready for you to see. Keep that in mind. Anyway, now, we are on the eve. I wake up at 5. Okay, so your time zone would be... Okay. Okay, so my state, I'm not going to say it on camera, but my state is 1 hour ahead of yours. So, going back to the tweet. Okay, so Eastern Time, it drops at 9 a.m. So, in your area, it should drop at 8 a.m. The more you know. Anyway, but we are on the eve of the Sonic 3 trailer. This is coming off the heels of Sonic 2 and the Paramount Plus series Knuckles. And well, what do I think Sonic 3 is going to be good? I am cautiously optimistic. Cautiously optimistic. As somebody who loves the Sonic movies dearly, probably admittedly even more than the games, as bad as that might sound, I'm cautiously optimistic because for every improvement we've had, I'm very cautious. Yeah, and we know why at this point. But anyway, I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm optimistic because, you know, they've kept this pretty much under wraps. We don't really know what we're in for, so we could be very pleasantly surprised. In fact, this could be Deadpool and Wolverine, where we're sold instantly. God, just make this more serious. Yeah. And the thing is, like, that too, like, given the source material that we're working with, I mean, the fact we're just skipping right ahead to Shadow, I'm like, okay, this could be pretty serious. I mean, I'm not expecting, like, Zack Snyder, no, but I'm thinking we could get some, you know, pretty serious shit here. But the reason why I say I'm cautiously optimistic is that for every improved, I want Guardians of the Galaxy, not Hop. Same. As somebody who likes the movies, same. Okay, but the reason why I say I'm cautiously optimistic is that for every improvement each of the Sonic films has had, we seem to take a few steps back. So a few steps forward, a few steps back. In the case of Sonic 1, it was a very fun movie, but it was just a guy and a CGI critter road trip movie. Fun movie, very nostalgic at this point, despite the fact that it's not even really that old, but it's just another road trip movie. Sonic 2 is an improvement. You know, now we're really properly adapting the games, and it just feels like a more tightly written Sonic the Hedgehog movie. But while Sonic 1, I think, was a good movie, Sonic 2 is not bad, but it has more flaws, I feel. The pacing of Sonic 2 is just kind of all over the place. Like, all over the place. Excuse me. The Hawaii subplot, yeah, it's relevant to the plot, but I don't know if we needed to be at a Hawaii wedding for a good chunk of the runtime. And I don't know, Sonic 2 also, okay, like, I like that they waste no time, but at the same time, it feels like it just kind of starts and ends abruptly. Yeah. And then, in my opinion, it also feels like they're kind of rushing through everything a little too fast. Which, for Sonic, is appropriate, but I don't know. It feels like we missed, like, 2 more movies. So, like, Sonic 1... Yeah, Sonic 1 is the beginning of the story. Sonic 2 is the middle. Like, where's Thank you. Not just Chaos specifically, but just other villains. Like, I mean, I'm not saying that they should be following the games in chronological, sequential release order. Not at all, but if they want to go out of order, that's fine. But going straight from Tails and Knuckles to Shadow just seems off. I like Shadow, and I think they could nail him, but I don't know. Just, I think every decision they've made so far, not bad, but odd. I will say, though, two things that do genuinely bother me. I feel the main problem I have with Sonic 2 has nothing to do with the pacing, nothing to do with Hawaii. It's the fact that they set up Tails as kind of the central character in Sonic 1, but then in Sonic 2, 3 should have been like Mania or at least Adventure 1. I agree. Anyway, but Sonic 1 post-credit, or not post, but mid-credit scene, they were setting up Tails pretty much. But then come Sonic 2, we've basically just sidelined Tails in favor of Knuckles. Which, I mean, I do like how they handled Knuckles in Sonic 2. In fact, I think it's the best the character has been written in ages, but it's like, this was supposed to, his Tails is literally in the logo, but they just kind of like toss him to the side. And then the other thing that kind of bothers me about this franchise so far, as somebody who liked the Knuckles show on Paramount Plus, something about it that does bother me. Okay. while I do think it is a very fun show and a very funny show, what does bother me about Knuckles is, okay, this is the best example I can give. You know how the Marvel shows on Disney Plus, yes, they tie into the cinematic universe, but they're largely standalone. Knuckles feels like they had two separate ideas for two separate shows and just consolidated them. It feels like they had two groups of writers. This group of writers was writing Knuckles, a 6-episode event focused on Knuckles the Echidna going on a big new adventure on his new home, Earth. This team of writers was writing kind of a special presentation format, kind of mini movie about Wade and his bowling team. Paramount couldn't decide which they wanted, so why not do both? Combine your Wade bowling mini movie with your Knuckles show. And while I do think the hate for Knuckles is kind of blown out of proportion, I do think some of the criticism is justified. But I will say, though, something that does bother me is, okay, I see many people say, and I still see people say, that Knuckles himself is barely in the show. And some people even say that he's really not in the show at all. But actually, if you've seen Knuckles, that's not entirely true. Yeah, it's not entirely focused on him, but Knuckles actually does appear in most of the show, and actually shares a lot of his screen time with Wade. The only 2 episodes that I'd say Knuckles himself is barely in are episodes 5 and 6. But episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, he's in pretty much most of. So, yeah. But yeah, like the Sonic Cinematic Universe, whatever Paramount is calling it does have potential. And they've clearly shown that potential, but there's still very much a lot of room for improvement. And I do hope that Sonic 3, before the trailer drops, I hope that Sonic 3 lives up to our greatest expectations. If not, well, then we should be very concerned. So yeah. Oh, and you're probably wondering, audience, am I going to watch the trailer when it drops tomorrow morning? Not as soon as it drops, because I don't wake up at 6. Oh, I'm just hoping that it's not too comedic, but I think that's reaching. I don't think that it's going to be... Okay, if they do go the comedic route, I don't think it's going to be strictly comedic. Like, they have to know, like, you know, this is a more serious story, a more serious character, so let's treat it that way. I'm not expecting Schindler's List, and I'm not even really expecting Guardians of the Galaxy, but I'm expecting more than Hop, is all I'm saying. Yeah. Alright, now what I was going to say. Am I going to watch the trailer when it drops on Tuesday morning? Not as soon as it drops, because I don't wake up at 6 a.m. And I am definitely not going to wake up at 6 a.m. to watch a 2-minute trailer, even if it is a movie I am very much interested in. But I do have an idea. I think I'm going to try, keyword there, try, to basically hold off from watching the trailer the entire day and save it for tomorrow night's stream. So that way you get to see my live, unscripted, unedited, uncut reaction. I think I might do that. I think I might save my reaction to the trailer for tomorrow night's stream. Assuming I don't basically get shown it. I gotta go. Okay. I was about done anyway, but before I go, I must ask 3 simple questions. If you don't mind, my loving audience. Just 3 simple questions and then you can go. So only take a moment. So, question number 1. Do we have any topics we would like to see on tomorrow night's stream? Question number 1, no. Okay. Question number 2. Alright. Sorry, I'm kind of itchy right now. Question number 2, audience. How would you rate your pain? How would you rate your pain? Two, 5, so solid half. Alright, last question, and then you are allowed to go. Would you... I'll discuss this some other time, but would you be interested in more streams that kind of deviate from the usual format? Like, as much as I love doing this format, would the occasional detour be nice? And then you can go. 3, maybe. Okay. Anyway, my beloved audience member, you are free to go. If you want to catch up on the last minute, because I literally don't have anything else planned, if you want to catch up on the last minute of this show, the replay should be up tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon. But until then, that's pretty much it for tonight. So, you're free to go. Class dismissed. I will wrap up this episode without thee. So, good night. Sway safe, love, and have a day. Make sure to eat plenty of cigarettes. Eat plenty of... Okay. Alright. 12:18 a.m. I think this is going to be yet another short one. I don't have really anything else to add. That and both of our audience members have left for the night. So I think I'm just gonna... Excuse me. Anyway, I think I'm just going to sign off for, yeah, because it's 12:19 a.m. I gotta get to bed soon. There we go. Okay, 12:19 a.m. I gotta get to bed soon. So, before I wrap this show up for tonight, and before I sign off for the night, I guess I will wrap up with a kind of a random reminder. Although this is a show that's hosted at kind of the late night hours. And although this is a show that kind of banks on the after dark identity, all I will say is it's important to get some rest. You should get plenty of rest each and every night. So, it's important, you know. Even if you're a night owl, it's good to get plenty of sleep, plenty of rest. That's the key to being healthy. Come to think of it, I might talk Lazy Town on a future episode. But alas, that's it for tonight. What I'm doing on the show tomorrow night, no idea. Life's a thrilling race, and so is this show. But until then, that's all the time we have for tonight. Always remember, eat your cereal, go to bed, to be continued. God made you special, and He loves you very much. Good night, and